Hello and welcome to the Stamp Camp. I'm Glenda Calkins, your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Tonight I am going to be showing you the Ornate Garden Suite of products. This is a suite that will be in the upcoming annual catalog. They did a release or a sneak peek for us for the month um, of March for us demonstrators we could order, and then beginning April 1st for the customers to order. I do have some updates on this suite that I will get to tonight as well. I just want to make sure that we are up and running. Make sure everything is working. I don't know about you, but today in Michigan we had clear blue skies and the sun. It was awesome. It was nice and warm, which was much needed. Did lots of walks and sitting out on the deck. It was gorgeous. So yes, it does look like it is up and running. So I'm going to switch the camera so that you can kind of get a glimpse at this new bundle of products. Again, this will be available in the upcoming new annual catalog. So it's a little sneak peek of what is coming. As a demonstrator, we could pre-order this the whole month of March, and now you guys can order it. So it's a little flyer. You'll find it on my blog, which is www.thestampcamp.com. And I'm using it for this month's featured stamp set for my paper scraps class. So the things that I'm using in the class are the embossing folder. This is the Ornate Floral 3D embossing folder. I'm going to use that tonight. Oh yeah, you can kind of see that. Sweet. There's 2 spools of ribbon that you can get. That's Old Olive and Terracotta Tile. There's 2 bundles in this suite. The Ornate Thanks has dies that go, these gorgeous kind of intricate floral. I just quickly cut them. So this one here is this right here. You get this nice gorgeous, and it's shorter than what it is here, but I just wanted to give you a look of what it is. And then we have this one here, creates this cool edging. Love that. I did that one twice. Isn't that gorgeous? And then this one here, it looks like roses to me, gives you that gorgeous edge. And then there's also this little edge that will cut out that strip. So you can keep it all intact along the side of your card or the bottom edge, or you can use this to cut that off and have a strip like this one was. So you have lots of options, and you have other little flowers that will mat onto your strip. So really fun. It's got your intricate little border. I did not cut these, but it will give you a nice little scalloped edge. And then this one as well, a nice teeny scallopy border. This whole series of products in the Ornate Garden Suite is, to me, very retro. It's more 70s, 80s feel I get from it. The stamp set that the Ornate Thanks is already on back order. So this bundle with the dies and the stamps are already on back order, and it just came out released to the public yesterday. It is flying off the shelves. It is on back order. Sorry to say, because I really love this stamp set. I think this stamp set is perfect for what we're going through right now. The sentiments in it just remind me, and I think I was thinking of nurses and doctors and those postal workers and people who are still working and risking getting the virus by going to work. But the sentiments in this are awesome, and I think it makes awesome cards for those. Just wanted to say thanks. Just wanted to say thank you. Your kindness is so loved. I mean, it's just perfect, perfect, perfect for what's going on right now. So I'm sorry, but that is on back order. This is also in the suite of products. This is the Ornate stamp set. So I haven't even put mine together yet, but I'm just taking it so you can kind of see the size of it. And I need to get that assembled because that is gorgeous. This is still available, and it comes in a bundle as well. I mean, you can buy just the stamp set if you like, but it does come in the bundle, and this bundle has, which I did use in my project, these very cool, I think, retro, like I said, it reminds me of 60s, 70s framelits, and I love framelits, and I did use those in my paper scraps class this month. So in my class, I used those framelits and the stamp set. So you can still get the class. You will just switch out the stamp set, your sentiment for ones that you have on hand or any other ones that are in the catalog. Now I'm going to show you the gorgeous paper. And mine is, a lot of it is already cut up because I've been making the kits for the class. But isn't that retro? Reminds me of wallpaper back in my day, right? And then the other side, this is called specialty. It's got that foiling. So you can use this side, or you can use this as is, or use your blends, your watercoloring pencils, your markers, color in whatever you want. I love that. These are just some of the prints. Look at that with the foiling. Isn't that gorgeous? Here we got the bigger flower. I'm trying to get it so you don't get that glare. That's foiling. The green with the foiling. I love the foiling papers. And the prints. Love them. So I'm just kind of showing you the little different pieces. The foiling on them. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. So any questions about the kit? Wondering if the dies are available or just the bundle that is on back order. The stamp set with the framing ones, I believe, is still orderable. The one that is not orderable, that's on back order, is the Ornate Thanks with the dies. So both of these, the whole bundle is on back order. And I don't think you can get just the stamp set on this one either. I think the stamp set is on back order as well. The stamp set, they may let you order, and then they may not. I'm not sure. I haven't tried it. Like I said, I just found out about that before I went live. So you can try it. If it says it's not orderable, then you know for sure. But I love these papers. And when I was designing my cards for the paper scraps class, I thought every one of my cards, that the designs or the layouts that I chose for this month, can be turned into quilt cards. So that's what I'm going to do tonight. I'm going to show you how to take the cards and turn them into quilt cards. Just because the paper is so vintagey, reminds me of quilts that my grandma used to make. My grandma was a big quilter. So if you're not familiar with my paper scraps class, I've been doing this since January. Each month I send out 4 different layouts using Designer Series paper. So now we are on sketch number 13 through number 16. There's 4 different options to get the PDF file on my blog, which is www.thestampcamp.com. So each PDF has in black and white, or you can print it with the card sample next to it. Choice is yours, but put it in a notebook in the page protectors. By the time you're done with class, you're going to have all these different layouts of things that you can do with those little pieces of Designer Series paper that everybody's got laying around because you don't want to throw them away. So we have this one here, which are these 2, and this one I've already quilted. I don't know if you can tell the difference or not, but in person it is way cool. You can kind of see the quilting. What I used to do the quilting was the Ornate floral embossing folder that is part of the suite, and you still can get that. And you can still get the paper. So you can do this whole month's cards, just substitute a different stamp set. So this is without, this is with quilting. So this is another layout. Something on there. Oh, there we go. And this one I'm going to do tonight, and I'm going to quilt it so we can see what it looks like quilted. But like I said, I think the papers really, really, really are cool for the quilting technique. This one here, I love how even the black and white and the gray turned out. Isn't that cool? I could see slapping a sentiment on there, and you got a Father's Day or a birthday masculine just by using plain cardstock. But here we use the paper, the Designer Series paper, and I think I'll make that one again tonight too, and we will quilt it because I did not do that one in the quilting. And then your typical quilt with the squares, a little patchwork quilt, and I did quilt this one. It is quilted. So those are the 4 layouts that you will get this month in the PDF file. And like I said, there's 4 different options for that, so check that out. But I'm going to show you how to quilt them. So we're going to start. Our card base is the Early Espresso. Now the paper said Early Espresso, and it had other colors that coordinate with it. It did not suggest So Saffron, but I thought So Saffron went beautiful with it, so that's what I went with. And then I have a piece for the inside is white, and then this is the front. Now this card is going to be going that way. I guess I did cut my base wrong, but that's all right. It's going to go on, instead of it opening like this, it's going to open like this. No biggie. So the first thing I want to do is stamp my sentiment on here. And I'm going to use the Thanks from the Ornate Thanks stamp set. I'm going to use the Early Espresso ink. Hello, hello, hello. Thanks for joining me. So I'm going to line that up on my grid. Hopefully I stamp it straight. And I should have put a pad under here because this Ornate Thanks is a, did good. It's a photopolymer stamp set, so I do like to have that cushion. And then I'm just going to take my strips. I got some strips here from the Designer Series paper, and I have little circles. So use up those paper scraps. Perfect card for that. We all have little strips left over after we cut it up. Okay, so I think I all set. I got 4 different prints. I got the little circles, and I'm going to take my liquid glue. I'm going to start on my strip. Like I said, with the foiled side, you can keep it foiled, or if you like, what you can do is color them in with your different mediums. So I'm going to start at the side here, get that all lined up like so. And I'm going to just do that with each one of my strips. And I'm not even using the same, some are the same prints that I used on my sample, some are not. Just want to make sure that that all looks pretty even. You're putting about a half a circle showing down there. Just line up your strips. Just like that. Butt them right up. Do I want to go that and then that? Or do I want that? I think I'm going to go with that side up. Little foiling showing. And now you could, if you wanted to, you could, it's sticking to my finger. You could, want to make sure my circle's matching up to the other ones. You could change your circles out at the bottom and put a different print if you wanted. It doesn't necessarily have to be the same print circle. Trying to see if my circles are coming out even. And this will be the last one. My finger's stuck to that, so I want to make sure that that's stuck down. Stick my circle under here. It's about a half a circle. There we go. Just going to put some glue underneath that circle. One thing with the quilting technique, you want to make sure that everything is glued good in place. All your seams are down. That looks really good. So cute. Then I already went ahead and have my, somewhere around here, my piece stamped right there. That's going to go across my circles. So I'm going to get my glue back. And that's just going to go where that line is. Just like that. Just wanted to say thanks. I'm going to just set that aside for a second. And I'll glue this in place. Now, what I could do is take this little flower here and stamp it on my inside, so decorate the inside up, which I will probably do later. So that's good. Now I think I will put this in the embossing folder. This is the Ornate Floral, and where it says the Stampin' Up! Logo, that's where you want to have it facing down your front, like that. Logo, that. And then we're going to close that up. Come in with my Big Shot. And reel that through. Let's see. You ready? Oh, what I love about the quilting technique is it just binds everything together. It makes it look like one piece combined. Way cool. And you can see it on the white here. Cool, cool. You can kind of see it. Yeah, there you go. Isn't that neat? Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So how many of you have had wallpaper in your day that looked like this? Very much, I think, vintage from my era. Way cool. Then what you can do is you can take some of the rhinestones or anything you want and add bling. That's totally optional. I did do it on my plain one here. Can you see the difference? Not so much on camera as in person. Where's my little... I'm looking for my pick tool so I can pick these up. Here it is. cute. Love it. So can you see? I love the look of the quilt. Way cool. So now the other one is going to be going in the other direction. We're going to take this piece. We're going to take our little handy dandy little mini paper cutter. This was free for those who signed up during January, February, or March. If you missed out on that, sorry. It's way cool. I'm going to take some of my prints here. Let's see. Which ones did I do? All right, so I went 5.5. I know I have a paper started already. I didn't want to. Here we go. Here it is. I went 5.5. Then all you do is you're going to put it in your trimmer till you got like 1/4 inch at one end and about 1 inch at the other end. And you're just going to cut on these wonky strips. And you're probably going to need about 3 of each print. Now, I did not come up with this technique. I just liked it and thought it would go great in my paper scraps class because you're using scraps. And we all have little scraps. So there we go. We all have, I think that will be good. And now we're just going to start assembling on here, and you're going to see how quick and easy that goes together. Oh, I hate covering up that gorgeous foil paper there, but I'm going to go with the printed side. So my first piece, I kind of want it straight across on the bottom, as straight as I can get it, kind of fairly close. And I got it a little longer than what I need so that I have it hanging off a little bit. There we go. So that way I can trim off my excess. This one here is going to come up next to it. So you're just going to randomly place these on, and you can leave as much of a gap as you want. And then you're going to just start repeating those prints. Cool. Isn't that cool? Oh, come on. You gotta last me till the end. And then we got one more print. So I guess all you need is 2 of each print. I think it depends on how tight you put your them together, how much you leave in between. And then what you're going to do is just trim off that excess. I'm going to just set that there for a second. Give that a little chance to hold there. Any questions? What size is the base? The card base is 5.5 by 8.5 folded in half, and then this is 4 by 5.25. But you can make your base any size you want. Like if you want to trim it down more, go ahead and trim it down more. There isn't any right or wrong size. I'm trying to get. So then I put it in here and I'm just going to trim it down. Get all my little stuck on pieces off. So I probably took just a tiny bit of the yellow off, but I like to do that just to make sure that it's nice and straight. Isn't that cool? I love that. Okay, now we're gonna give it the quilting look. So we're gonna take this. We want the print side down towards the logo. Like so. Put it inside with our plate on top. And run that through. Let's see what we got. Can you see the back? Isn't that cool? And it lifted a little bit. You want to make sure it's dry when you do it. But can you see that? Way cool. I love it. All right, so now we'll glue that to our card front. I think I'm going to have to give this a little bit of glue because it lifted up. Then I took the dies. Let's see, where is it? Here it is. And the Early Espresso. Isn't that cool? That die set is in the bundle with the stamp set. So this die and this, they're still available as far as I know. Whoop. And then I have a piece of the So Saffron. And I'm going to use my Early Espresso. And I'm going to use the Thanks. And I don't know what I do. Oh, there's my pad. I'm going to use my pad. Let's see. Stamp my thanks. Almost done. Glue, you got to stick with me for a little bit more here. Stick that on there. And then we're going to pop that up. Now you can put it anywhere on the card. I just have it in the corner, but that's up to you. And I did pop that up with a couple of dimensionals. I love these cards quilted. I don't know if it's the paper, it reminds me of fabric, so I thought quilting going to put that right down there. Way cool. Come in with a few little rhinestones. Love it. Love it, love it. So unquilted, quilted. It's hard to see on camera, but I like the quilted. Just add some dimension to it. So those are the cards you can create in this month's PDF file. It's all about paper scraps. And now you can quilt them as well. We're missing one more card. Let's see, the one I did tonight. Where did that go? Here it is. Love it. So that is your fun for tonight using the new Ornate Garden Specialty Designer Series paper. You can order on my blog, www.thestampcamp.com. Please use the following hostess code. I appreciate any and all orders, and as always, I appreciate it if you learned a thing or two, if you share, comment, pass it along. Love it. That's how we're making it these days, right? So any other questions? Catch the replay? You bet. Catch the replay. That's the beauty of doing these live events, right? Live stamping. So that is it for tonight. I want to thank you for stopping by.